Hygiene-wide study, screening of interventions for hand washing with soap. Hand washing with soap is a key way of preventing transmission of diseases such as diarrhea and respiratory infections. However, levels of hand washing with soap at key times are low globally, both in developing countries and developed countries. And despite a lot of research in this area, we still don't know the most effective ways to encourage hand washing with soap. And campaigns tend to spend a lot of money changing people's behaviour, be it hand washing, binge drinking, practicing safe sex, but they're often not effective. And so this study tried to pre-test or screen some different interventions to see which is most effective, and then these can then be developed into campaigns and rolled out at scale. This study used unobtrusive monitoring of hand washing behaviour using electronic sensors and tested several different interventions to see which were the most effective at changing behaviour. We decided to use electronic sensors because current methods for measuring behaviour involve asking people what they do, so self-report, but this is typically very biased, either because people forget or because they may lie to make themselves appear more favourable. And another alternative is observing behaviour, but hand washing often occurs in private, so this is obviously tricky, and also people act differently when they know that they're being watched. So this study uses electronic sensors to really get an accurate measurement of behaviour. The study was conducted in the toilets of a large motorway service station in the UK. We put sensors inside all the soap dispensers so we could monitor when the soap was used, and also infrared sensors at the entrance to the toilets so we could measure when people entered and exited the toilets. This allowed us to calculate the proportion of people washing their hands with soap in a given time. We had an electronic sign at the entranceway to the toilets on which we could display messages based on hand washing with soap. We had 2 messages on each of 7 different domains or strategies to change behaviour, and these included things like knowledge, disgust, comfort, social norms, amongst others. And these messages were displayed for an hour each and randomised by hour, so the different messages were displayed at different times of day and different days of the week. This meant that we could calculate the impact that each message was having on actual hand washing with soap behaviour in the toilets. We collected 30 days worth of data, which included nearly 200,000 toilet users. Baseline rates of hand washing per toilet entrance were 32% for men and 65% for women. Interestingly, we found that men and women reacted in very different ways to the messages. Disgust was the most effective type of message for men, but was not significantly better than no message at all for women. And knowledge activation was the most effective message in women, but this again was not better than the control in men. One message was effective in both men and women, and this was based on social norms and was the message, "Is the person next to you washing their hands with soap?" Because of this importance of social norms in both sexes, we decided to investigate further whether there was an impact on hand washing according to the number of people who were in the toilet in that hour. And we found that in men, the more people who were in the toilet in a given hour, the higher the hand washing rates, and we didn't find this in women. We investigated this further by breaking it down by the different domain, different strategy, by calculating the social effect for each strategy. And we found that in men, the more effective messages had a higher social effect. And we found that effective messages were even more effective when there were more people present in the toilets. This study demonstrated measurable behaviour change in a natural setting despite only a one-off exposure to a message. And we've also demonstrated a working system for unobtrusively measuring hand washing behaviour. We found unexpected sex differences, whereby disgust was the most effective message for men, knowledge activation the most effective message for women, and social norms was effective between both men and women. And this is useful information that can be used to design further interventions to change hand washing behaviour and hopefully improve health.